All right. So today the last time we met, we discussed Microsoft Word, and I have shown us to a great extent what Microsoft Word is all about and how you can use it. I have revealed to us some important nomenclature of Microsoft Word, how you can identify some tools, and should you find yourself in an examination situation whereby you have to answer some questions that has to do with Microsoft, you should be able to answer them. So we've looked at the tabs, the ribbon, the workspace, the status bar. We've decided to make use of some tools. We've made use of some tools under the Home tab. We've looked at the Insert tab. We've seen how you can insert tables, insert images, how you can format your images, format your tables, format your shapes. And basically, those are the things you will need in Microsoft Word. The other ones are things you use not regularly, and for the sake of learning, let me just quickly show us what you said. I can hear you. All right. Okay. Let me do something about that. Okay. I will work on that now. Probably it should be from my side. So I think it's from my side. I will work on it now so that we can have a clean sound. Few seconds, I will do that now. Okay, so I think the sound should be getting better now.
What's wrong with you? The plate is wrong with you.
It's okay. Let's proceed. All right. So you can hear me now, Abi?
I can hear you very well.
All right. So on page layout, that is where you can select your margins, and you can decide on the type of margin you want to use, whether to go for mirrored margin, whether to go for normal, narrow, moderate, wide, or something like that. But the truth is, unless you are writing, maybe you want to write a book, that is when you can go for mirrored, or you go for normal or moderate. But the best is just to remain at normal. So normal is the default margin, and that's okay, in which you have 1 inches to each side, 1 inches to the left, 1 inches to the right, 1 inches to the top, and 1 inches below. And don't forget, above Here we have what we call your header. If you double click that space, you have header. So you can insert some things inside your header, whether you insert your page number or you insert the name of the document on your header. So you just need to double click the top margin space and the header will be activated. And below you also have your footer. So your page number, if you are inserting your page number below, you can have it in your footer. And you can also write some things in your footer depending on what you want. So you can see header, footer, then page number. So if you want to insert page number at the top of page, you can do it from here. So you can decide on how to insert it. And you can even use your header. You can design your header. These are the ways your header can look like. And for footer, you can do this also. There are different ways depending on what you want to do. You can use your footer to add your page number. So if I do this now, if I go for integral, so that means on every page I'll be having page number and any name that I decide to write here. So maybe the author name. So I'll just insert my name there. So for any new page I'm creating, the footer will be following it automatically. And when that happens, the footer will be following it automatically and it will be increasing the page number, as you can see here. Alright, so let me proceed by moving on. Still on that page layout, you can set your orientation, whether you are going for portrait or for landscape. It's advisable to write in portrait unless you are dealing with tables in which the table is very long and you might need to reorientate your paper. So you can go for landscape. But the default is always portrait. Then also size, you can set your paper size. The default paper size is always in letter. So because letter is the default paper size for US people, but in Nigeria, because we deal with international sizes, so we print in A4 in Nigeria. So before you start your work, it's advisable that you set it to A4 because that is the default paper size we use here in Nigeria. We use A4 size. Okay, so don't forget that default is always letter, but we print in A4 in Nigeria. That's our paper size standard. We go for international standard. The letter is the US standard. Then if you want to set columns, probably you want to divide your paper into columns. So you can go for 2 columns. You will see it here. And so that by the time you finish one column, you move to the second column. So that's how to go about that one. And if you want to go for 3 columns, you can go for 3 columns from there. So those are the most important things about your page setup under page layout tab. Okay. Another thing that you might need is your review. Under review, you can check your word count, especially whether you are writing for blog pages or you have a particular number of words that you must write. So you can use this word count to do your word count. For example, let's say I type in some things here. I can automatically decide to just click on word count and it will give me the number of words, the number of characters with space and without spaces, number of paragraphs, number of lines. So that's the function of your word count. And you can also translate. In as much you are connected to the internet, you can translate to a particular language. Then you can select your language here to set your proofreading language. So I prefer to set my proofreading language to United Kingdom and not United States. because this is Nigeria and we write in British English. So issues like color, issues like when you want to write organizations, the issue of S and Z. So all those things can be easily proofread and edited for you. So just go for United English, United Kingdom and press OK. So you will automatically have it below here under your status bar. There you have the language option. Alright, that's all. This Faucet reader you have here is just a plugin for creating PDF file. This is because I'm working with Faucet. I'm using Faucet PDF reader on my system. That's why I have this add-on. So it might not be available on your own Microsoft Word. Alright, so that's all about Microsoft Word. I have uploaded a particular document to our Google Classroom, and if you go to your classwork under our class slides, so you are going to see Microsoft Suite ebook with interview tests that I uploaded. So go through the documents inside this class material and make sure you take the test. I have done so well to also add the answers for you so that you can get to read them, know and mark yourself. Also, don't forget our external resources that I used to upload based on each of the courses, and especially some of the courses that I think we need more understanding about. Alright, also your class videos are there for you to check them out. The last one on Microsoft Word is there also. That should be at the top. Alright, so don't forget that. Make sure you check your class slides out. I've uploaded Microsoft Suite ebook with interview test. So that ebook consists of everything you need on Microsoft Suite apps. So, and together with assessments, then the answers to the assessments, they are all inside. Just check your class slides and you will see it inside. So that's all on Microsoft Word. Today we want to see Sorry about that. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. The network, that's Nigeria. We are getting there. We are getting there. All will be well. Okay, so let's go straight to today's work. So today we want to learn about Google Docs. Google Docs is another important document formatting application, and Google Docs is owned by Google. Microsoft Word is owned by Microsoft. Microsoft Word is owned by Microsoft, and Microsoft Word is part of the Microsoft Suite apps, and they also call it, it's also part of Microsoft 360, which is the online version. So if I enter my Microsoft account now, I can, where do I have it? Microsoft. Can I remember my login details? My Microsoft account now. Let me see. I do have a Microsoft account. Okay, Office, yes, office.com. Don't mind me. So let me log into office.com. So Office 365 comprises of all the Microsoft suites that you can use to collaborate, and you can see sign into your favorite productivity apps from any device. So you have your Microsoft Word, your Excel, your PowerPoint, your OneNote, your OneDrive, your Outlook, your Teams. So Office 365 consists of all these applications, and these ones, they are available online. And we also have what we call the Google Google Workplace. Please pay attention to what I'm talking about, because there is it workplace or workspace? There is no organization you want to work for now in this world that they will not be using either Google Workspace or Office 365, because online collaboration is very important now. Formerly, Google called their Google Workspace Google Suite, but they are no longer calling it Google Suite. It's now Google Workspace. So Google Workspace consists of Google Docs, Google Drive, Google Gmail. It consists of a lot of their Google apps, and you have to purchase the Google Workplace. So you have to make a purchase for it. Let's say you press on Get Started, so that you can collaborate with your organization. But it's not necessary that you purchase this. You don't need to do that. You can make use of Google Docs for free. You can make use of Google Slides, Google Drive. You can make use of those things for free. There are free versions for it. Just like you can install Microsoft Word into your system and use it for free, especially if you have cracked it. You know, Nigerians, we use cracked apps. We don't buy apps. But if you are going to be using the online version that allows for collaboration for any of these productivity app suites, you need to pay for it. So any organization you are working for, they are going to pay for it. So I do have an account sometimes from one of my school. Let me see if the account is still active. So that I can show us the online, yes, AgTech, yes. So this happens to be one of my school. I don't with the course, okay. I think it's still active. So let me quickly do this. So that I can use it to show us the online version of those softwares we are using. All right. So I'm logged in now. I told us you must. This one is a paid version of Microsoft. This is being paid for by my school. I am registered to a particular school in US, American College of Technology. So that is our school account. And they are the one paying for that. I'm not the one. Because the price of Microsoft 360, I think Office 365 for 1 year. Let me check the price. So let's check the pricing. So let's check the price. So if you are, maybe you secure a job to an organization, it is the organization that will pay for it. You don't need to pay for that. So let's see plans and pricing. So you can choose based on for home or for business. So you can see for family is almost for 34,000 per year. So 2 to 6 people. Premium up to 6 terabytes drive storage. Then for personal, if you want to use it for yourself, it's 25,000 naira per year. If you want to use it for home and students, office home and student 2019 is 50,000 naira per year. So that is just for your personal use. But for business, you will have that also. Microsoft 365 Business Basic. You can see, including all these themes and something like that. So this is $5 per user per month. This is 12 months. Yes, $5 per user per month. So it will include Teams, Exchange, OneDrive, SharePoint, because it is for business. Because in your business program, you will need to do, just like we are having Zoom meeting now. Team is the Microsoft version of Zoom meeting. So I also have Team here because my school we do run online class like this, and we don't use Zoom. We use Teams because the application we are using is Office 365. So we use Teams. We don't use Zoom in my school. So I believe probably this is the option they go for. $12, almost $13 per month. Something like that. Because we have all this. We have access to all these things. So let me show you my account. So as I've said, you don't necessarily have to buy this. You can always use Microsoft on your system. You don't need to do it online. But the essence of using the online version is that the online version comes with the latest updates, and it also has more flexibility than the offline version. And it's just better. It's just better. So you can see this is my Office 365. Good morning, Yola. And I said this one is sponsored. It's my school that is paying for this. This is one of our course, Human Capital Development. So it's a course from American College of Technology. So now this is Microsoft Word, this is Excel, this is PowerPoint, this is Outlook, this is OneDrive, this is OneNote, this is SharePoint, this is Teams, and this is Sway. All of that. Every Microsoft platform is available here. They paid for everything. They spend a lot of money. I think the cost is about $2,000 or something like that. But for my own is on scholarship. So my own is on scholarship. I don't pay for it. All right. So if I click on Word now, it will open up the online version of Word, and I can easily click on new blank document. If I want to use template, I can use template. So if I click new document now, so it will open up the new document version. And that is the same way you use all other ones also. You will see Excel, you will see PowerPoint, you will see Outlook, things like that. One other important of using the online version is everything you are doing is being saved automatically. That's one. And another thing is anything you are doing on your Office drive, you can collaborate easily with others. Others can join you to do it. So if you have a group assignment in class, you don't need to finish work, then copy it to another person to add to it or to check it. As soon as you are typing it, the other person can also log in and see what you are doing, then make corrections. It helps for collaboration. That's just the essence. So you can see this is the online version. Almost the same thing as you have in, close this, almost the same thing as the one you have on your system. You can see this is the one we have on our system. Home, insert, design, page layout, something like that. Then you also have it here. Have home, insert, layout, references, review, help. Then it's currently in editing. So you can change it if you don't want to encourage editing. If you want to add comments, if you want to just view it, if you want to open in a desktop application, probably you don't want to use the online version, but you can always do that. Oh, my system is almost going down. Forgotten to charge. All right, like I'm back. Good. Chai. My system almost goes down. So just like you start working on your, it's as simple as that also, yeah? Just continue to type. There is no difference at all. So good morning. I am Iola Akintaro. So that's it. You just continue to type like that and it will be saving for you automatically. And you can type the name of the document. Test docs, and you will save it. So it saves for itself. You don't need to bother yourself about it. So that is the online version of Microsoft Word. I believe you understand that. Okay, so let me close that. And I said you also have that for every of your Microsoft softwares. You have it for PowerPoint, you have it for Excel. Now, why did I have to come through this route? I decided to go through this route to show you that as you have the online version of Microsoft Suite, we call it Microsoft 365, so also you have the online version for Google Suite. And basically, Google Suite is online. Google Suite is not offline like Microsoft. You don't have offline version for Google unless you are using the Google app. So it is, you can still install a Google Docs version to your system, but it is best used online. So one of the Google suites we want to look at now is the Google Docs. That is the documents application owned by Google, just like Microsoft owns Microsoft Word. So let's check that out now. So you will go to docs.google.com, docs.google.com.